Hi and welcome back to part 2. So the oxalic acid has had quite a long time to settle in, and I mean just that ring there, that was jet black before. Look at that, I'm really pleased with that. Look how much lighter the wood is. That thick stain there is almost gone. And there was a bit of thick stain around here as well that's almost gone. So I think I'll sand it down and see what we've got. You can see some stripes there. I need to probably give it a bit of a wash. Compared to the legs, yeah, really pleased. Let me give it a wash. Right down. Almost completely dirt free now. If you remember in the first video how much dirt was coming off, well, dirt and varnish. Beautiful. Okay, I've just turned the table over whilst the top's drying just to have a look at the legs, because that will be the next thing that I need to work on, but obviously it's been put together fairly intricately, and I think that might hammer out there, but I think on this side it looks, on this side it looks like it might be glued in. So I'll try and hammer those pieces out here. And I've noticed there are screws there and there. So I'll unscrew them, try and get the legs out and try and lighten the legs as well. I might leave the underneath dark. I'm reluctant to do that. I like to do a complete job. It depends what happens when the legs come out, whether I've got an easy screw system going on underneath here, because I can't see how this is put together. That does have, if I go like that, it does have a little bit of give. The thing is, because the table turns, so you can put the drop leaf down, you've got quite a system going on here, and I don't want to ruin it, because I am an amateur at the end of the day. Can't see any screws inside, so how have they put this on? Well, that'll be the next thing. They've screwed into there. Yeah, I'm reluctant to do that. I want to definitely take the legs off, because the legs you can see, and probably try actually to sand down the underneath as well, and then put it all back together as a lighter colour. Because don't forget, I'm going to keep it as this lighter colour. And I think I am edging towards painting the legs black. I've got a thing about brown and black. If you see one of my short videos where I transformed a a chest with brass handles into its original wood, which that was oak. I'm not sure what this is. But it was oak drawers with black finish on top, and it looked stunning. I had a lot of positive feedback about that. A lot of people were absolutely in love with it. So I might do that. I am edging towards that just to try and make the legs a bit more modern. But, right, I think this is dry enough to start sanding. So let's see what we've got. Okay, I'm using a 120 grit. See, this middle part is what's got the most usage. So we've still got that stain, but it's so much lighter. Still there though, and we've got this heat mark, grease stain here. So yeah, I might try an 80 grit. Let's be brave. Right, so we've got some streaks here, which could be from the oxalic acid. This grease mark, do you remember it was really thick along here? That's gone. Are you pleased with that? That's almost gone. Let me, where's my, it's my old, nearly there, nearly there. These streaks are, there's another ring there. This is probably reflective of how much use it's had. It's gone right down to the wood. Right. There's not much grit left on this. This is a 120. As you can see, it's at the end of its life, but at least it's been a little bit kinder to the wood. Okay, this has been about 20 minutes of work so far today. We're on about an hour so far on this table. It is going to take a lot longer than I first thought, but it's a hobby and I work from home most of the time, so on my lunch break I like to come out here and just do bits on it. And you know, at the end of the day, people say, oh, you have to get paid for the amount of effort you've put in, but do you know what? All I worry about is that I get a few extra pounds and pence at the end of the month. I don't care whether it's taken me 20 hours or 2 hours, it will still be 30 quid extra at the end of the month, whether it takes me all day or half a day. That's how I look at it. It's a hobby at the end of the day. Hobby which I enjoy. Right. Not looking too shabby. Definitely got some bits there on this side to deal with, but that ring is almost gone. So, got a pair of old knickers to wipe it down. Loving it. I love the different woods. And in fact, it's odd, isn't it? That was a really stark contrast in the last video to that, but it's lightening up this panel, so it's not looking such a contrast anymore. I'll just give it one last thing with the Black and Decker. Do you know what? I'm really pleased with how this is coming up. Really, really chuffed. It's actually putting it back into a modern era. You know, I talked about the style of it not being what people want these days. They all want the G-plan style. But people also, let me just move that back a bit. People also want the natural wood look. Really, really happy with that. This is going to take quite a while, I think. This was meant to be part 2 and the final part, but I'm going to take the legs off, sand those down, oxalic acid, do everything I've done with the top, but for that and the crossbar. But not spend quite so much time on these because I'm going to paint them black. I am going to try. I'm going to see if that will be quite stunning. I'm hoping. Yeah. I need to treat the top. Probably with some Danish oil. Let's just see if that stain comes up. Again, for the sake of holding the phone, I wouldn't normally do it quite like this. In 24 hours time, this oxalic acid would have had its chance to get into the wood and do its thing again, but in 24 hours time is Christmas Eve and I've got my parents coming to stay, so I might not be able to post anything for the next couple of days, but I've got some time off between Christmas and New Year, and I will definitely be pushing forward with this and finishing it. So I want to get some Danish oil on that and leave that as is. Obviously I need to do the sides as well. Leave that as is, and then we'll be taking the legs off, paint stripper, sanding, oxalic acid, see what they look like with a natural state, but I'm not going to spend too much on them because I do actually want to paint them black. Because I think if I just get natural wood and black, I think might be really beautiful. But I'm just looking at that wood grain there and thinking natural wood grain might be really beautiful. Yeah, so what to do? Looking at that wood grain on the legs, that is really quite beautiful. So I might not paint them black. As I say, shabby chic is not my style. You can really muck it up. The chest I did with the oak and the black is stunning. So I'll wait for that oxalic acid to set in, but tomorrow's Christmas Eve and I've got my parents staying, so I won't be around to post anything, but from the 27th onwards we're going to get cracking, see what the acid's done, see whether we're happy with that, take the legs off, sand all of that down, see what we've got, and it's a learning experience for me. I'm not entirely confident taking those legs off, so we'll have to see how that goes. But you'll be with me for the journey, and if I muck it up, I muck it up. But I'm hoping that I've thought it through enough to know that little by little, rather than just trying to take the whole lot off. So I'll just do one little bit at a time, see how we go. But I really want to take those legs off and get that wood grain up and see what we've got to decide whether to paint it black or not. Whether you celebrate Christmas or not, this is the holiday season, so whatever type of holiday or religion you have, I hope you enjoy yourself and I hope you have a wonderful time, and I will see you from the 27th onwards. Okay, bye.